Dr. Evazan, a grubby, scarred smuggler from Akedo. Cornelius Evazan was once a promising surgeon, but became notorious for conducting cruel medical experiments. Hello and welcome to Centurions Corner, and today we are reviewing from Hasbro's Star Wars The Black Series and Star Wars A New Hope, Dr. Evazan. I think I'm saying that right anyway, it just sounds right. But yeah, another character, another kind of iconic character, and obviously he appears in Rogue One as well, just for a glimpse second as much as he does in A New Hope. So, but it's just kind of nice to have these guys whose backgrounds sort of like crooks and gangsters to go with all the other sort of bounty hunters as well. So he's in the actual New Hope line, which is that orange sort of flame on here, looking pretty cool, just with a little pistol here on the side, but that's all he needs. On the side here we've got the nice picture of him with Dr. Evazan at the bottom here, swinging it back around. We've got a larger picture up close. Here's number 3 in the line plus his bio, and then swinging right back round to the front, we can open it up. So without further ado, let's get this bad boy open. So here he is in his blister pack. It just seems a bit odd we're getting these sort of Black Series figures for like $23.99, then literally there is no accessories with it, and as soon as you give another accessory, it's a deluxe figure, which is really annoying. But we get him out for our first impressions to have a bit of a closer look at this sort of like deformed faced dude. Always looking pretty cool, and yeah, it looks great. I think it does need a little bit of paint application on there really, otherwise it kind of just blends in quite easily. Anyway, we're going away, put him through his paces, posing with a few other figures as well, and we see you in a mo. Been away, we've taken his photos, and what can I say about this guy? It's pretty cool. As having like Ponda Bubba, it's pretty cool to have these two especially come together as well. You know, it would absolutely annoy me if we got this guy and never got Ponda Bubba until like 2 years time. So releasing them together is definitely a major thing that they needed to do. So it's kind of nice just to finish off that little duo set. So yeah, I mean, I think Hasbro have done quite a good job of representing the character, to be honest. He just kind of looks a bit like a disfigured farmer in a way, doesn't he? He's not really sort of like a main character like Bosk or Zuckus or anything like that. But yeah, I think, to be honest, they've done a really good job of sort of like displaying it as a figure on here. So looking at the actual figure itself, he comes with one accessory, which is just this sort of Imperial kind of standard blaster on here on the side here. It is a bit of a ball ache trying to get that finger into the actual trigger hard, because the trigger finger is longer than where the guard is, so he sort of holds it off a little bit off on the side. We can actually pull that out and that fits into his holster a lot better than Ponda Bubba's, as his one snapped. But yeah, it just fits in there pretty cool. And that's it, that is all his accessories, that's all he has, but that's all we need really, isn't it? There's nothing else that this guy can come with. So we can go through his articulation. So head wise, he can turn left, he can turn right, he can look down, and he can look up. We've got a little bit of upper neck movement, and also we've got lower neck movement down there in the actual ball joint as well. Rotation here at the elbow, and it can come up this far. There's no butterfly joint or anything in there, unfortunately, but we've got rotation here at the arm, and it's up to 90. I think I keep getting these elbows mixed around, but it comes up to 90 on here. Rotation at the wrist, and it's also on a hinge. Waist wise, well, he can turn left and he can turn right. He can't really crunch down much, and he can't really crunch back either, because this whole kind of part up here is a little bit hindered. He's got a little bit more of a pot belly than most figures, so when he tries to crunch forward, it kind of sort of like hinders his movement. But because the belt is down here and it's joined all this bit together, again, it sort of hinders quite a bit of his upper body torso. On the legs, he can come up this far. This one seems to come up wider than this far. Leg, back, upper thigh rotation. We have a double knee joint here as well that comes up to this far, and they're pins as well. So these are reused legs, but I'm not too sure who they are, unless it's sort of like something from the sequel shelf, which I haven't got on my shelf at the moment. They're all boxed, but I don't recognise these legs. So let me know in the comments down below if you recognise these legs or wherever they belong to. And that's it, kind of really. You've got the rock out and the pivot at the ankle, which we all know and love for this guy. But again, for this guy, the main part is actually the looks. It's not, we're not buying it really for like the actual figure and its articulation for this guy. It's literally just purely for the looks to go onto the original trilogy shelf. And yeah, I think they've done quite well. Like that kind of cuff flip and the nose part and the sort of like the blinded eye. Looks alright. I do think it needs a wash in there just to bring out that detail a little bit more. Maybe like a pinky wash, give it a bit of scarring and stuff on there. But on the side here, doesn't look too bad. For some reason, I kind of think he had darker hair as well. I think it was more black than it was this kind of sort of mousy blonde. But on the back, we have got a bald patch as well. This satchel part here and the actual leather effect of this sort of like waistcoat is really nice. It's really nice looking. Got that weathered effect over the buttons at the front there as well. It just really kind of reminds me of, like, it actually looks like an old bit of material. So I think Hasbro done well on there. All the creases and all the lines in the shirt, which is just normal. Down on this little pot belly bit, this bit's like sculpted into the waist down here. It's not free or able to move. It's literally part of the figure. And then going down to his little purple pants down here with his holster and blaster on the side here, and down to his boots. So yeah, another well done figure by Hasbro. Just sort of like one of those sort of classical ones. It's not for everyone, you know, but if you're a complete collector who just loved the original trilogy, it's just really cool to have this guy on the shelf. And now we can put him with his best mate as well, so we can recreate those scenes at any given time. So thank you so much for joining this one. Are you going to pick these two up? Are these an ideal kind of thing? I would love to know from people that are in their 20s, I think. Would you pick up these guys? Because I know a lot of you are more prequel and Clone Wars guys, and you're going to leave these ones on the shelf. Let me know in the comments down below. You can subscribe, ding the bell, follow me on Instagram, also become a member. All the details are in the below description. And until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye!